Hey guys, Chris here again. Want to go ahead and knock out a review here for you. This is the Kershaw Crown, model number 3160X. This is your packaging for it. The blade is a satin or stainless steel, and it's a 8CR13 MOV, I believe. Fairly good blade steel. It is an imported blade steel. This particular one is marked China, made in China. But I believe in Kershaw. I believe in Kershaw quality. I believe in the brand themselves, and I don't think that they would sell a knife that is bad. So I think that their quality control is up there. They do a lot of great import blades, and this is also a way you can get introduced into a Kershaw blade at a value price. I'll get to the pricing in a little bit. First, I'm going to cover a little bit more on the blade. This is more of a gentleman style folder. These are micarta handles. It's polished micarta. They have two variations. There's a blue and a black. The upper part of the handle is actually a satin finished stainless steel. And then we move on to our liners. It does have stainless steel liners. Has a lanyard loop. Pretty cool. I like the fact that it does have a lanyard loop to it. Allows me to, if I feel I want to put a lanyard on this particular knife, I could. However, I see it as more of a gentleman folder roll. It's not something that will. It's something that looks classy and presents as such, so that if you pull it out, it's not a very tactical looking blade. To its fault, it's not overly intimidating. It does have an alright pocket clip, which I have actually had to readjust several times because it gets snagged. This funky little doodad out here wants to catch on things and grab and pull and consequently stretch that pocket clip out quite a bit. But it is quick and easy to draw. There is the only position available is the tip up right side carry for this particular knife, which I don't mind because I love my knives tip up and I carry them on my right side. It's not too, doesn't hang up too much, fairly easily deployment. It is a manual is a manual blade. So I like the Kershaw Crown. I'm a believer in it. And not only that, $10, dude. $10. I picked this up at Walmart during Christmas time. I've been carrying it for about 2 months now. So actually a month and a half. So I really wanted to get some work in on this particular blade and give y'all a good solid review. I've been carrying it pretty much every single day. It's been my EDC knife. The only downside is it's kind of fat. It's a fatty. So if you're looking for something thin, a nice fit in your pocket, and that's going to be in there with other stuff, that's not the blade for you. What you're going to want is something a little skinnier. This one, it's got a nice tapered end on it, which is great. Like I said, up here, it feels great in the hand. It feels awesome. But it's a little chunky in your pocket. It is a little chunky. We do have there's not a completed stainless steel back, which I do like because that would have added a lot of weight to this particular blade, and it's already heavy. With the stainless steel liners are not hollowed out, but that's what you're going to get around $10. I think now, after Christmas, I've seen it around $14 price point. I think they've gone up on them a little bit. Christmas time they were running a little bit of a special. The overall length, awesome. Kershaw puts all their stuff on the package. With the blade closed, or the blade itself is 3¼ inches. Yeah, I measured it actually. It is 3¼ inches. Closed, you're looking at 4¼ total. That's the only thing I'm not a huge fan about. It's kind of tall, but it fits nice as a gentleman folder. They give you instructions on how to open and how to close a blade if you're kind of a little bit slow on some of this stuff, and make sure that you don't get your hand in the way, basically. So it says it's 3.8 ounces. Let's see how close they are on that one. This is one of the new things I got here, guys. Trying to work on what I do and make stuff reviewable. Alright, 3.90. Okay, let's tear that out. Let's try it one more time. 3.95, 3.85. Okay, that's a little more plausible. 3.85. Okay, so they're saying 3.8. I got 3.85 here. Not a huge difference. But a 3-ounce knife, or almost a 4-ounce knife, is a little on the heavy side, in my opinion. I mean, what's in its size class? Reviewed, loved, which I'm starting to get more and more into what I think about particular knives. Its size class, that it sizes up almost identical to the Kershaw crown, the Kershaw drone. This one also a little thick. I don't have massive hands. I wear a size large in mechanics gloves. I have actually kind of small hands for a guy, to be honest with you. Jimping on the back of the knife, more or less useless. Very little traction provided there, but in my opinion it's lighter. I haven't scaled this out, so we're gonna see what we got here. 3.4. Okay, so we're coming in at 3.4 versus 3.9, which call it 3.9. Almost 4 ounces. We're at 3.5 ounces. It's a half an ounce, man. That's a lot. So the major difference, forward assist, not assisted, $26 when I purchased it, $10. So $16 more gets you essentially the same blade steel, much better blade finish, in my opinion, with the stone washing. Really, really, really beautiful. Much better pocket clip, lighter weight, but $16. Well, I know what you're thinking. Well, Chris, dude, I'm not going to spend $26 on a knife. Okay, to each his own. I've spent a lot more than that on knives in the past. What's around that price point? You're going to be able to get a Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops, like $12 on Amazon. And weight, this thing is almost entirely skeletonized. The liner lock is not. The handle's completely skeletonized. Weight, 2.95 ounces. The lightest knife. I mean, it is so light. Not a huge fan of the serrations. Kind of hokey. Not really all that sharp either. Tonto blade, I kind of like a Tonto blade. Not for everyday use, but for a tactical kind of scenario, or a tactical weapon, I would easily use this blade. In fact, this one rides along in my pack every single day. I do carry a backpack with me, so it gets quite a bit of use. Another knife in that same price range. Boom! Smith & Wesson Homeland Security. You want to talk about a heavy, heavy knife. Let's check this one out. 8 ounces. I could carry 2 Kershaw crowns and still come in under the weight of this bad boy. But you're talking about a tactical beast. You pull this out in a knife fight, people know you mean business. And if you've brought a knife to a knife fight, you should have brought a gun, by the way. Also, this one, you're looking at right around $12. 13 maybe. I've seen them as low as 9. It just depends on where you shop. This one, right around $12 on Amazon. $10 when I purchased it, up to $14 now. $26. So, this blade is along the same lines as the, as far as the shape goes. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of, I wish there was a little bit better edge on this knife, edge retention. When I first got it, the edge was immaculate. It was razor sharp. I was shaving with it. But now I've used it quite a bit, and I wanted to show it to y'all before I sharpen it, so we can test and see how the edge retention is. Okay, that's horrible. I've been using this, like I said, as an EDC knife. It is so it's a lot of tearing. It has lost a lot of its edge. Like I said, this not been sharpened either, and I carried it as an EDC for quite a while. Let me find an edge that's not all jacked up already. But I'm not sure what the difference is other than price and blade finish, but because it's the same steel, same company, same blade profile for the most part. I really like this blade profile. I'm going to clear these out of the way and focus back on this crown. I am a huge fan of this blade profile. It's got a great, nice little belly on it. I can get into stuff with it. It's got a nice, delicate tip. But this sucker is strong. Let me tell you what. I've actually used it for what I should not use it for. I used it to pry. I know some of you are weeping inside. Why are you prying with a knife, Chris? You know better. I know better, but I didn't have the right tool at the time. Stuff needed to get done. So this has been a very, very durable knife, and I highly suggest for around $10, $14 now, as I believe I've seen it, go out and get one. Go out and get one. Go out and get one. The blue coloration is really cool. It's something dynamic. In fact, I got one for a couple of my friends for Christmas. I got another different blade for the couple of the other ones. So, guys, this is my take on the Kershaw Crown. If you live somewhere where you can't get an assisted opening knife, this is a great Kershaw to get, and it's non-assisted opening, and it's classy. Put this sucker on with a black tie, nobody would even ask you a single question about it. They'd be like, man, that's a beautiful pocket knife. Y'all have a good day.